You learn as much about them as you can before you pick up the phone. You threaten to take away the one thing that matters most to them. That's when you hit them. You close every time.
What's this?
It's a job interview.
I'm a convicted felon.
It's a prerequisite in my field.
Which is what exactly?
Collection.
Well, if it ain't bizarro Robin Hood, how's the receivables business?
I can't afford that kind of money.
If you force me to report this debt, you're gonna lose your house. Or you can make this all go away.
We're good at what we do because we use alternative methods of recovery. Each and every collector in this room has the potential to clear 7 figures this quarter. Any questions? That your real name? Svetlana?
Do I look Russian to you?
You haven't been in the office for weeks.
Is there anything you need to tell me? Here you sit, looking to extort money out of a drug cartel, Lieutenant.
From his wife.
$5 million in cash, which has seemingly disappeared.
They want it all back.
Funny that the mark just happens to be your girlfriend. Once you collected, what was the play, huh?
I sacrificed 5 years of hard time, and this is how you pay me back.
You owe us a very large debt. I'm here to collect it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Breeze, Breezeway Productions' The Breeze, where we bring you the latest in independent films that are going through the film festival circuit and coming out independently as well. And we are here today to talk about Collection with filmmaker Marianna Palka. How are you?
I'm so good. Thank you so much for having me, Alex. I'm so excited.
Right on. Thanks for coming on the show. Tell us a little bit about Collection.
It's an action movie. I've made 11 feature films as a director. This is my 11th. I was so excited about this film because it's a thriller. I mean, it's like we have car chases, but at the heart of it, it's a love story. It's great actors in it. And it's so much to be said for hiring people that you love. Shakira Barrera is incredible in this movie. Alex Pettyfer is incredible in this movie. Mike Vogel, Jacques Couliman, we have a really incredible cast who made something that I think is going to change America, if not the world. So those are the stakes, Alex. We made
that's some pretty high stakes. I was able to check out the trailer earlier today, and you weren't kidding about those car chases, some high impact crashes and really close calls. Tell me a little bit about how you put together that sequence, which seems like, pretty gritty and exciting.
Yeah, when I read the script, Todd, who wrote it, actually has a lot of experience with real collectors in real life. So it's very authentic and truthful. And everyone's in debt, you know what I mean, to these people. So it feels very immediate. And I thought that the car chases are really kind of key to the story. I wanted all the cars to feel very real. And I wanted it to feel like that, when they're at this crossroads, this idea that it's star-crossed lovers. I had this vision of the aerial shot of the cross when I was reading the script. That happens to me when I read scripts. Mm-hmm. I get the visuals and I get the colors and I get the textures. But a lot of it has to do with this grainy idea that you can save a person, Mm-hmm. Alex's character has this choice. He can save this person. And he ends up doing something that I don't want to spoil, but it's amazing. And you should go see the movie for that,
Yeah. Well, I saw that also since you worked on Glow for many seasons, and then you also directed a couple episodes for Happy on Sci-Fi.
Yeah, Chris Maloney!
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. So tell me how when you were switching hats here and there, did you find it an easy transition to go from acting to directing? I mean, helming a project is a lot of pressure. So I wanted to hear, what was your take on that?
I've always been an overachiever with this stuff. When I started my first film, Good Dick, I acted in it, directed it, wrote it, produced it. We self-released it. It went to Sundance. We went to every film festival in the world with it. Sean Connery gave me an award for Good Dick for my first film. I was very young. And so from that point, I had a lot to say as a writer, director, actress. I wanted to make stories that are real, that change the world, that are helping others. And I take it really seriously, So I've always done this. And I think being able to do all sides of it and be, on one side of the camera and the other, I think it helps the crew that I'm acting in it too. It helps the actors that I'm directing it. I'm a real I'm such an actor's director, you know, like actors love working with me because they get to do everything that they're the best at. You know, I'm really clear with an actor on finding what they're the best at and bringing that out and doing more of that, the thing they love the most, you know,
Sure.
the place that they like to play the most. That's where I sit with, you know, specifically with Alex. It was so fun. This was one of the best collaborations because he's such an incredible actor, but Shakira Barrera is so incredible and they're so unique. So the two of them coming together, it's like, you know, it is like Romeo and Juliet. It's so cool. But she's from Nicaragua. So we hired her based off of the fact that she's from Nicaragua and not like that she's quote unquote Latina X or something, you know, that she's hired for her specificity as a person. And her whole family, I think, got to be satiated by that. You know, like her mom was watching Carla's song. I was showing them like old intersectional feminist films from Scotland, which is like Carla's song that Robert Carlyle is in, where he falls in love with a woman from Nicaragua. And Shakira's mom liked that film. And I was like, okay, so we're making something like that. It's just America 2020. So here we go, guys. Like,
yeah, it's definitely high paced, a lot of action. If you were to tell audiences a cross between two types of films that would describe Collection, what two films would you say would be a good cross for this film?
Well, you know, it's the best film of your life, this movie. And it's the dream you had last night. Like, I'm not messing about. As a cinematographer, Mina Singh and I, she's my cinematographer. When we work together, we are so technical and we're so savvy. What we're doing is we're really making the best film that has ever been made regarding these subjects. So no one's ever shot a strip club like this. No one's ever shot colors like this in Alabama. No one's ever given America this look. You know, no one's ever shot a face like Shakira's in this way before. And so it's not a joke that we're bringing something that's unique to the zeitgeist. It's a really, really excellent film. I think it's a masterpiece. You know, that's why we all got out of bed in the morning to do it. It's why all the cast wanted to do it. It's why it's going to be on iTunes and Amazon and Vudu and, you know,
there it is. That was my next question.
Places.
My next question was where is it going to end up? So it's got a lot of different distribution places where it's going to land. Alex Pettyfer, he's ready to kick some ass, do some debt collecting.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's debt collecting. And also it's wonderful because, you know, he was understanding that Shakira and I met doing Glow together. So we're wrestlers, Shakira and I. That's how I know her. And so it was so funny because to direct her in this was great because I'd wrestled with her and it was so great to choreograph her dances and stuff. It was all so wonderful and respectful, but beautiful. Like people were like, oh, with other movies, you look away. And with this movie, you can't stop looking at it. And people ask me about why that is. And I'm trying to explain it, but you really just have to watch the film because it's an hour and a half that I think helps you as a human being be a better person. That's the movies I make, that the stuff I get involved in is high stakes like that. You know, it's a guy, Alex Pettyfer, whose character is dealing with so much in the loss of his son that he has to do these things. He has to help this other woman. He has to make these decisions, you know, about who he's going to be in the world, you know? Yeah. And I think it's really keen because it's like keenly America right now, North America is dealing with these themes too. And so we're putting all of this stuff that is happening politically into the film currently. And I think that is fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's a special
It
thing.
definitely looks like a nice popcorn action flick with some serious action sequences, a lot of ass kicking going on in the trailer, which, you know, we'll put on to the interview as well. So we can show our audiences a little taste of what it's going to be like. And that we hope
and
that
I love
everyone...
doing Happy. I love doing Happy. Thank you for mentioning Happy because Happy was one of my favorite jobs. They hired me because they'd seen Bitch, the movie that I did that went to Sundance too. And they were so happy to hire me to do it. I did 2 episodes of their second season. Happy was a Universal, it's a studio TV show, basically. I had such a good time doing it. So that's what made me a studio director. I was like, thank you. That was so nice.
That's good. I was happy to see that. Studios need to hire more women directors. I know that the percentages have been rising over the years, but that's something that they should take more seriously and then balance out the equation. So please, studios, if you're listening, hire more female directors. It's a great asset to the industry. And we hope that our audiences are able to check out Collection, which will be coming out on many different platforms, as Marianna mentioned earlier. And I want to thank you for stopping in to talk with us today about your film. We hope our audiences can check out Collection.
Thanks, Alex.